Hello, everybody, it's Mr. Aaron, and I am here once again because it is a very special time here for the library. It is Wyoming Reads Time, which is when the Sue Jorgensen Library Foundation distributes books to every first grader in the state of Wyoming. This is the time of year when the selections go out and our first graders get to choose which book they'd like to receive. And then in May, there's a celebration, and the books are distributed, and they get to get the book that they selected at this time of the year, and they get to keep it forever and ever. So there are 6 selections this year, and to this video, we are going to be reading one of them. So this is a Seahorse. Homework. Write about an interesting animal from our field trip to the aquarium. This is a Seahorse by Cassandra Federman, Mr. Tucker's class, March 10th. Good day. I'm majestic, am I not? At first, I thought seahorses were like land horses, but you can't ride a seahorse. Ride a seahorse? Preposterous idea! Because seahorses are too tiny, and they're the slowest fish in the world. Surely not the slowest. Those fish haven't moved a fin since my arrival. Seahorses are actually more like other non-horse animals. Ooh, an exotic tiger, perhaps? Or a beautiful swan? They can grip things with their tails, like opossums. Oh, those nasty creatures! Oh, you won't catch me holding tails with one of them. Ugh. Seahorses have long snouts, like anteaters, to help them eat. I say, my snout fits perfectly on my face. Anteaters are just lumbering noses with legs. Look at all the little ants down here. Seahorses have pouches, like kangaroos. I heard that kangaroo pouches are packed with silly string and water balloons. Those mischievous marsupials. My pouch, however, is full of something special. They dance for their mates the way the blue-footed booby birds do. Correction, I dance with my mate each and every morning. Seahorses can camouflage themselves, like octopuses do. Egad! Octopuses are hideous 8-armed sea monsters, whilst I am a handsome, no-armed seahorse. We couldn't be more different. A really long time ago, Greek people called seahorses hippocamps, which means horse sea monsters. You know who is a monster? You! Seahorses growl when they get angry, like dogs. I'll not dignify that with a response. I wonder if seahorses also smell butts. I would never! Enough nonsense! None of these other animals are nearly as charming and unique as seahorses. There is one thing about daddy seahorses, though, that is not like any other animal. Well, obviously, we tell the best jokes. Why did the seahorse cross the road? He didn't. There are no roads under the ocean, silly. Classic. The daddies give birth. Oh, yes, quite right, quite right. I have 2,000 fabulous fry. That's what we call our little seahorses. Oh, of course, they also have names. Max, Fletcher, Miles, Emily, Leah, Corbin, Cadence, Kaya, Andy, Brock, Cass, Sam, Rowan, Ethan, Lucas, Hannah. I used to love seahorses because I thought they were just like land horses. Madeline, Harper, Alana. Wait, used to love? But now I think seahorses are super weird. I'm not weird. You know who's weird? The duck-billed platypus. And being weird is cool. Oh. Well, now, I never thought of it that way. You may very well be right. But the water bear is even weirder. That nincompoop? He said what? We were sloop. Nasty creatures. They judge my dance moves. Well, I told everyone I was up to no good. He told me a big walking nose. He called me a monster. He called me weird. He called me ninny poop. You know, I may have been a tad hasty just now. Have you all heard the news that being weird is cool? Oh, hello, dear reader. Might I interest you in some additional seahorse facts? Several are quite weird, I assure you. Seahorses are rather petite creatures. The largest I've ever had a chat with was nearly 13 inches long, whilst the smallest, a pygmy seahorse, was the size of a single grain of rice. Even though I'm technically a fish, I don't have icky scales. I have skin, almost like you, except mine can change colors, so some might say I'm more impressive. Underneath my skin, my body is made of armored plates to prevent my getting crushed by evildoers. I'm practically a knight of old, like Sir Lancelot. If you wish to call me Sir Seahorse, I shan't stop you. Our eyes can look in two directions at the same time. I believe you'd call that talent. Seahorse mates pair up together for life. Each morning after tea and shrimp, my mate and I hold tails and perform a color-changing slow dance together. I call it the Rainbow Tango. I have a special bladder called a swim bladder to help me stay afloat. It's like having a balloon inside my body, which is wonderful because I do enjoy party decor. Seahorses are almost always eating because we have no stomachs. We suck up our food like dainty little hoovers, or vacuum cleaners as you might call them, although you'd be wrong. Were you so inclined, you could adopt a seahorse. The World Animal Foundation and the World Wildlife Fund offer such programs on their websites. Wow, seahorses are pretty darn cool. Who knew, huh? There's all kinds of fun things to learn about seahorses. So, I hope you enjoyed, guys. Be sure to stay tuned for the other 5 videos in this series that will be showing the 2021 Wyoming Reads selection so that our first graders can pick which book they want to receive come the celebration in May. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.